Hey guys, Joseph James once again coming to you from schooloftrade.com. I want to give you some more information on rollover days. Now, rollover days obviously is when we switch from trading the current front month contract that's going to expire this quarter to the contract that will expire next quarter. Now, the futures contract that we focus on for the E-mini S&P or the ES symbol, it expires on the third Friday of the months of March, June, September, and December. And of course, new traders as well as old traders, sometimes they have questions about what are rollover days? Why are they used? What else happens around these times? And of course, how to trade them. Now, as we've already said, rollover day is when we switch from trading the contract that will expire this quarter to the contract that will expire the following quarter. Okay, the futures contract that we focus on here being the E-mini S&P or the symbol ES, it expires on the third Friday of the months of March, June, September, and December. And of course, those symbols are H for March, M for June, U for September, and Z for December. Now, of course, this is the third Friday of each quarter. Now, the rollover days, however, that'll apply to day traders like us are 8 days before the expiration on the second Thursday of each of these months. Okay, so even though contract expiration is the third Friday, the rollover day that we will use is 8 days prior to that, or the second Thursday of each of these months. Okay, so that's going to be an important difference between when the actual rollover day is, or the expiration day is, and when we're rolling over. Now, these months have the letter designations H, M, U, and Z. We know that. And depending on the charting and trading platform you're using, you would usually have to switch your reference, the reference month, to let the software. So in other words, it's going to be software specific. Like for example, using NinjaTrader. Okay, the symbol for the DAX December contract is FDAX, whereas as you can see, the actual contract month symbol is Z. But with NinjaTrader, of course, it uses a slightly different symbol for that. It'll be different for eSignal and TradeStation. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Consult with your charting package or your broker for more information, and you can usually do just a quick symbol search somewhere on your charting package to see what the front month symbols are. All right, let's get into when to switch contracts. Well, liquidity switches from the current contract to the next contract at 9:30 Eastern on rollover day. So today, being rollover day, 9:30 Eastern, it switches from the one we've been trading for the past 3 months to the next contract. Okay, now this can be seen most easily by comparing the volume of the old and the new contracts in a very simple charting package. All right, so we're looking for the volume to decrease on the current front month contract and then slowly pick up on our next, or our rollover, our next front month. Okay, so the volume is going to give you the key. Now, if you're opening a new position in the S&P before 9:30, okay, as long as you plan to close that during the day, you're going to be just fine. Your broker will most likely give you a call. You'll get an email saying, hey, by the way, just wanted to remind you, you have an open position in the market. You need to, do something with that, depending on what type of trader you are or what your objectives are for holding that position. Now, the general rule here is that you want to get into the next contract as liquidity moves from one to the other. So at 9:30 Eastern time on rollover, the spreads will be the tightest, and you're going to lose the least amount on the spread as you switch contracts. This is especially important for swing traders or long-term traders that may want to carry their positions past the expiration date. What else happens on these days? People that say, well, there are lots of different ways you can trade rollover day. Well, don't believe anything until you've seen it for yourself. A lot of traders will say that you can time this stuff correctly. There are specific trade patterns you can see. I personally don't know of any that show any long-term conservative success over the long term. But however, you can use these rollover days as an opportunity to trade. You just have to go out and find it. There's a million ways to make money with trading, you guys know. Now, I won't specifically take any time to go over any right now, but there are traders out there that believe there are specific opportunities that can be had during these rollover days. Do your own back testing, investigate it for yourself. But really, guys, there's no main reason for the market to act any differently on rollover days. Scalpers, day traders, swing traders, major investment fund managers, they all balance each other out. Okay, the traders that are moving large contracts are quickly absorbed by all the smaller traders out there. So the bottom line is there really should be no reason why anything major should change. Basically, the volume moves forward, liquidity moves forward, and there really aren't many opportunities to capitalize on it that I've seen so far. So not much changes. And let's talk about how to trade them. Now, the first step on how to trade the rollover days obviously is going to be first to identify them. So whether it be to leave a reminder on your Outlook calendar, or if you have an active account with any broker, usually they're going to send you an email or they'll send you a phone call and let you know, hey, heads up, rollover day is going to be tomorrow. Make sure you flatten your positions or plan for whatever it is you're trying to do. Most importantly, watch for the volume to move over. Okay, this usually happens like clockwork, guys. This is nothing really to be concerned about. We just need to make sure that if you wake up tomorrow morning and there's no volume on the chart you're trying to trade, then you've probably missed the rollover day. So just be aware of that. Okay, you're watching for volume. And look for the price action, the speed of the tape, and use caution until you see a return to normal trade. The easiest way to prepare for this stuff in the future is really just keep in communication with your broker. Okay, your broker will let you know kind of when this stuff is coming up. Mark your calendars. There are plenty of resources online for this stuff. And if you guys are wondering, what about other markets that we're trying to trade, such as the Eurex or maybe even the Hang Seng? Well, they're a little bit different. Okay, now for the Eurex specifically, such as the DAX or the Euro stocks, which as you guys know is one of my favorite markets to trade, these are going to roll over actually on the date of expiration rather than the 8 days prior to, like we've described here for the E-minis. Okay, so that's one major difference going forward. This is just for the E-minis, guys, not for any other contracts. Okay, so some commodities will follow suit, but most importantly, this is going to be for the E-minis. Go to the websites, the cbot.com, cmegroup.com, eurex.com, all the exchange websites, or call your broker. They will give you the accurate information you guys need to know when these rollover days are. And obviously, you can use this information to learn how to trade them, and most importantly, to protect your capital first and avoid your risk. Don't worry about this expiration date too much, guys. Just be aware of it. Make sure you're prepared for it. That's going to be switching to the next contract month. The easiest way to spot it is with volume. We already covered that. And best of luck to you guys out there. Stick to those rules. Remember, we offer you guys a free 30-day trial. Send us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com. Come on out, have some fun with us, learn some new tips and tricks. And as always, guys, the schooloftrade.com, we remind you to protect your capital first and know your risk at all times in the market. Speak to someone you trust regarding the money you have available in your trade account. Protect your capital first. Thanks again for joining us today. Stay tuned for more videos.